So let's have a conversation about New Hampshire Police Chief Benjamin Sargent. So what have I told you? There's a police chief in New Hampshire who has been arrested because he was allegedly stalking one of his own subordinates.
Potentially problematic.
Who is, you guessed it, another law enforcement officer. And this was the same guy who was seen drinking and driving while doing something very interesting.
This arrest comes nearly 1 year after he was initially put on leave. He was charged with a misdemeanor offense of official oppression, which alleges that he was sexually harassing one of his female officers around New Year's Eve of last year.
I guess a hostile work environment.
The investigation found that he sent inappropriate texts and calls to that officer.
Yikes.
You really should stop.
But Sargent reportedly denied any romantic meaning behind these messages. The communications were made hours after he was allegedly seen driving around drunk with a pistol in his mouth.
That's a big ol' yikes.
Stop it.
And so this rather interesting behavior happened between December 31st of 2021 and January 1st of 2022. And there are allegations that Sargent harassed a female officer in his own department, allegedly telling her that he had a crush on her. And while flirting, he pulled off a pro-gamer move by inviting this subordinate over to his home after she finished her work to play some Call of Duty and to bring some wine.
I guess a hostile work environment.
And the very next day, this guy said that he loved her, which, as any woman would tell you, is a red flag.
Oh boy, another red flag.
And it's not like his department didn't know that this guy was a problem, because back in 2014, his ex-wife filed a lawsuit accusing several police officers in Hudson, where she was once a dispatcher, of willfully failing to protect her from domestic violence. And she accused Sargent of being the perpetrator. And despite all of her claims and all the supposed evidence, a judge just sided with Sargent and the officers.
Business as usual.
And the main reason is that police officers and law enforcement in general in the United States are not legally bound to protect anyone. And that is the only reason why she lost that case. So let's hope that this time the law can keep this guy behind bars to prevent him from victimizing yet another woman, because we all know that is all the rage within U.S. law enforcement.
Pretty damn bad, huh?
A hostile work environment.
Get some help.